Lina Waliki and George Costanzo from True Global Property Solutions.
Hi.
Today, this alarm keeps going off. Today, we wanted to start a series where we are going to share our journey creating and growing our company and sharing some of how working together works, how working works, how the ups and downs of um, our company and our personal journey as well as our company's journey. So today we wanted to talk more specifically about um, how we got here. George, you look so excited.
I am excited to tell our story. So yeah, we both found Grant Cardone back in, I guess, late February, early March. Um, I didn't know who he was. Someone mentioned to me if I was going to watch GrowthCon. I was like, "What's GrowthCon?" They're like, "You don't know what GrowthCon is?" I said, "No." They're like, "Grant Cardone." I said, "Who's that?" They're like, "You don't know who that is?" So they sent me the link to watch GrowthCon. I watched all 3 days, every minute. Um, the following Monday, I signed up for Cardone University, and then I got a phone call from Kat Moreno, and she signed me up for this virtual boot camp, which was like a week or so later. And I signed up for that. And after that, I signed up for this accelerator program where there's all these workshops, and you go down to Miami. And um, the first workshop I went to, I think, was in April. That's where I met Carolina briefly. We really didn't, we just met at dinner. We were with two groups of people. And one of the things I said was, I'll never not come in person because the people here, that's where the value is. That's where the energy is. And that's what I saw as the real um, value in the money we were spending. So that was that workshop. The following workshop is when Carolina and I really clicked. She wasn't supposed to come to that workshop, and I'll pass the ball back to her to explain how we got to that point.
Yeah, so kind of like George, I got introduced to Grant Cardone actually back around February or March. I don't even remember, but I was introduced to him, or I came to know about him via Workplace and EXP. And I thought for sure somebody who's endorsed by EXP has to be good. So I signed up for the training. The first half hour, I was a little hesitant. I have to be honest. I wasn't sure what he was about. I thought it was too good to be true. What do you mean he's gonna donate all this money to a charity? Like, are you sure? Is this real? And then the more I kept watching, the more I started to realize that yes, it's real. The people that kept coming up on stage talking about their success, talking about how great they were doing, they were real people, and it was just very inspiring. And it started to make me think, well, if they can do it, why can't I? Why don't I plug into this system and see what happens? So I also from there signed up for the bootcamp virtual and then signed up for the accelerator program, went to marketing, where, yeah, George and I met very briefly. And I remember we went out to dinner, and as he was getting up from the table, he said, "This is it." He said, where the people are is really where I want to be. He said, "I see the value in the community here." And I was actually supposed to go to sales virtually, but when he said that, something clicked, and I realized, it's true. Like it's a different interaction when you're able to be face to face with somebody than when you are in a Zoom with people. And so I decided to go back to sales live as well. And George and I developed a very nice sort of working relationship where we had a lot of things in common in terms of the way we viewed business or work ethic, the way we view relationships with clients, how we think about not just a transaction, but rather a long term relationship with the clients. And we both felt really passionate about educating the client and making sure they had all of the tools they needed to be able to make educated decisions. Then we started to identify more and more holes that needed to be filled in terms of services that people needed to have in order to complete the real estate transaction. And from there, it just kind of grew. We started working practically every day. And then a few months later, we decided, why don't we just make this company official, sit down, create real goals, and then go from there. And that's really what happened in a nutshell.
Yeah, and I mean, what started as a collaboration and seeing how we could help each other eventually turned into this business. And, we've really expanded our uh, thought process. We've really grown as individuals. We really have much bigger goals now. And, it all happened organically. Like none of it was forced, which is great. And we're just really excited. Every week we're going to report in on Tuesdays at 9:30 a.m.
Actually,
Eastern.
it's Mondays. Mondays. Did I say
Mondays. I'm
Mondays?
sorry. No, I
It's
said
okay.
Mondays at 9:30. 9:30.
Mondays at 9:30, we're gonna do a live stream in Facebook and YouTube, but it's gonna stay recorded in there.
Yeah. And what we're hoping to do is just give you guys an update as to how we're doing with the company, some successes, some hurdles we've had to overcome. We're going to talk a little bit about different times in our lives, personal experiences, and we just want to bring you all along on the journey with us. And, as we grow our company and as we continue to grow personally too. And hopefully, maybe it'll inspire you. Maybe it'll give you some ideas. Maybe it'll make you realize that, you know, everybody goes through things, and it's just not all a straight line up. And that's our way of kind of sharing and giving back whatever we can.
I think in the lines of that, I'm very excited to share this because I feel like there's a lot of vulnerabilities that I would have never been able to or would have felt okay with exposing that I think have been so important for me to witness in other people that I look up to. So I think it's a really great place when you feel supported enough. And in my case, clearly I feel very supported by my business partner and great friend, but also when we have a community behind that, we know we have great relationships in, and that where we freely share with each other some of the wins, but then also some of the struggles, so that we can brainstorm or come about with resolutions. So we hope to bring to you that. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's
Yeah,
going to be entertaining. I think it's going to be interesting. I don't know. We're kind of excited about this project because we're looking at it like a little mini documentary. George kept saying, we really need to document this. We really need to document this. And we came up with this idea, and we thought, well, this is a great way to document it because it's videos. And so I think it's going to be fun, and hopefully you'll find it engaging. And if you have questions, or if you have any suggestions as to any content or questions that you want us to talk about, that would be great. So we look forward to seeing you Mondays
absolutely.
at 9:30 in the morning,
Eastern.
or Eastern time. Thank you. Or anytime you wanna, log in, go to the YouTube or the Facebook, and then look at the video. We'll be happy to learn your thoughts. So thank you so much for stopping by today,
Thank you.
and we'll see you Monday at 9:30. Bye.
Bye.